Welcome to Leadership from the Heart, the podcast that dives deep into the world of operational focused leadership. I'm your host, Romy, and I'm thrilled to have you join us on the journey of discovery, growth, and transformation. In each episode, we'll explore the essential principles of effective leadership that not only drive results, but also touch the very core of the human connection. At Leadership from the Heart, we believe that leadership is more than just a title. It's a commitment to inspire, empower, and guide with authenticity and compassion. Welcome to another episode of Leadership from the Heart. Today we're discussing a topic that's fundamental to leadership success: cultivating a growth mindset. Cultivating a growth mindset is a game changer. It's about adopting the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed. As a leader, embracing a growth mindset can have a great impact on your success, your team, and your organization. To start, let's define what a growth mindset is. A growth mindset is the way of thinking where you believe that your abilities and intelligence can be developed and improved with effort, learning, and practice. It's believing that you can get better at something over time, rather than thinking that you're stuck with the skills and the talents you currently have. It's the practice makes me better mindset. A growth mindset is about having the courage to show up, to embrace challenges, and to believe in the potential for growth. As babies, we all had a growth mindset. That's why we're able to talk, to tie our shoes, to walk, etc. And I began to wonder where this shift of belief that we can do anything to it is what it is began. And what I found was that for most of us, me included, it happened during early childhood or early adolescence. It began when we began to face setbacks and criticism. That's when we began thinking that we're not good at something because of an experience we had, or where we were born, or what we looked like, or who our parents were. We began to believe that it could never get better. I know for me, it happened early in elementary school, when I realized that I could not read as well as the others in my class. And I began to think that I was dumb and I should just accept it. I don't know if somebody told me, or if I was teased about it, or if it was just my inner critic, but over time, this mindset limited my willingness to take on new challenges regarding English, reading, writing, due to my fear of failure or making mistakes. And in this fixed mindset, you do begin to believe that you're a reflection of your inherent abilities. And like everything else, you begin to live this limited, safe life, free of risk of embarrassment or free of doing anything to your full potential, because this is what life is. I was a great athlete and therefore I thrived in athletics, but it wasn't until my senior year where I was mistakenly put in an honors English class where I realized that I was smart because I did great. It also speaks to environment, but that mistake began my curiosity into what I now know is a growth mindset. Why growth mindset matters for leaders. A growth mindset and leadership go hand in hand because it's about resilience, creativity, and adaptability. It encourages taking on challenges as new opportunities for growth rather than avoiding them due to that fear of failure we talked about. In this famous quote by Henry Ford, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right," that resonates here. Your mindset shapes your outcomes. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," a person with a growth mindset starts to say, "I can't do this yet." It's a simple addition of yet, but it suggests that there's room for growth and improvement. It shifts the focus from the current limitations to future possibilities, encouraging perseverance, effort, and a belief in one's abilities to learn and develop over time. In 2019, I introduced this small but powerful change into the frontline scorecard that I designed. Instead of a straightforward yes or no to indicate whether they had met their goals, I added the phrase "not yet" for the latter case. This simple alteration had a profound impact. It sparked a newly found curiosity among employees, prompting them to ask questions about how they could improve, rather than simply accepting their defeat. This simple shift in the scorecard undeniably changed their outlook. And something that may seem so basic to me was solid evidence that even adults can embrace the concept of growth and evolve when they choose to do so. How can we create a growth mindset? You already know I'm going to give you the practical pieces here. So number 1, embrace challenges. Instead of avoiding challenges, see them as opportunities for learning and growth. It's real easy to get caught up in the drama of challenges and get angry or throw in the towel. But a growth mindset invites you to take a step back and to look at the challenges from a new angle, to see what's there to be learned. It's choosing the challenge, knowing that there will be setbacks and moments of frustration, but there will also be growth and new experiences. Number 2, learn from failures. As leaders, it's essential that we understand that failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone to success. And I believe that most of us know Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. He famously said, when asked how it felt to fail 1,000 times at his attempt to invent the incandescent light bulb, he replied, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. I just found 1,000 ways that it wouldn't work." That's a great reminder that failure is not the end unless you stop trying. Number 3, effort is the path. Understanding that effort is the path to mastery. Putting in the work is the way to reach your goals and to achieve success, however it is you define success. Effort is not the obstacle, but it's the route that you need to take to reach your desired destination. Number 4, take risk. Be willing to take calculated risk. Embrace the discomfort of uncertainty, knowing that it's where growth happens. Calculated risk is when the potential reward or benefit outweighs the possible negative consequences. You can also have a clear plan or strategy to put in place to manage or mitigate those consequences if they occur. But I always encourage you guys, take the risk. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Number 5, seek feedback. We all know that feedback is a gift. It provides valuable insights for improvement. And as leaders, we must begin to be open to receiving and providing constructive feedback. I believe we've discussed this one at length in previous podcasts, but practice giving and receiving feedback and watch the sting of it become more subtle and digestible. Number 6, embrace continuous learning. A growth mindset thrives on learning. It's about being a perpetual student, always looking for new knowledge and skills. In the words of Albert Einstein, once you stop learning, you start dying. Because progress is a fundamental part of the human experience. Driven by our curiosity, adaptability, and our desire for a better quality of life, it plays a crucial role in our survival, development, and advancement of our society and culture. Number 7, and the final one, celebrate success. Don't forget to acknowledge and celebrate your achievements and those of your team. It's a reminder that growth is happening. Remember to take notes along your journey because it's easy to get caught up in the desire for the non-stop progress. And if you're anything like me, I tend to forget just how far I've come. So recently, really recently, I've begun to stop, smell the roses, and reflect on my journey. Be proud of myself, realign, and then continue to move forward. Leading by example. As leaders, we set the tone for our teams. By demonstrating a growth mindset in our actions and decisions, we inspire our team members to do the same. A growth mindset culture can lead to innovation and higher performance within your organization. I know we always talk about leadership regarding your organization. However, this one, like many others, can help improve your personal lives as well. Leadership is not defined by the office walls, and it often leaks into your entire world. In personal relationships, a growth mindset often supports open communication, empathy, and the belief that people can change and grow. Overall, it empowers individuals to lead more fulfilling, dynamic, and purpose-driven lives, where they're not defined by their current abilities, but by their potential for growth and development. Books to inspire. This one is a must-read. It's Carol Dweck's Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. She explains the power of a growth mindset, emphasizing the belief in one's abilities to develop and adapt can lead to greater success and fulfillment in various aspects of their lives. She breaks down how it starts from childhood and she builds you all the way back up. This is definitely one that you want to read if you want to know how to further develop a growth mindset. And as we wrap up today's episode, I want to remind you all that we're here to answer any questions that you may have. If you're curious about developing a growth mindset or anything else related to leadership, please feel free to send all your questions to info@leadershipfromtheheart.co. That's info@leadershipfromtheheart.co. And my final thoughts, cultivating a growth mindset is not just about a leadership strategy. It's a life philosophy. It's about believing that you can. So thanks again for listening and joining us in this discussion on how to cultivate a growth mindset for leadership success. Until next time. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Leadership from the Heart. We hope that you've gained valuable tools and inspiration to transform your leadership approach and create lasting impact within your organization. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. Your feedback means the world to us, and it helps us reach more aspiring leaders like you. Remember, leadership is a journey, and it's one that we're all on together. So until next time, lead with purpose, lead with empathy, and lead from your heart. This is Romy Montperuz, signing off, reminding you that your leadership has the power to shape a brighter future for all.